Sanibonani, uDumsane Prince again. Masifuna AMAGUGU. Ngithanda ukunibonga nonke who follow this page Masifuna AMAGUGU. It's been 10 days and I'm seeing support from you guys. It excites me ukubona abantu abasha coming together sizoxoxa ngezinto ezakhayo. Kukhona ke abakhalile Prince, asinawo ama-data ukubukela ama-video, we are using free Facebook. Ukubhala can be tiring guys, but I heard and we'll try meeting you halfway. The topic of the day is build with one goal, different mind. Bafethu, to build a beautiful mansion does require abantu abaxova udaka nababeka isitina, but also electricians, tilers, painters, plumbers, you name them all. But all of them need each other for the mansion to be completed and be in good condition. You can imagine if the electricians start to look down on the bricklayers and start to say, decide to say, I won't work hand in hand with him or won't work in the same environment with him. As abantu, we need each other to reach one goal. A few years ago, I was invited to come assist in building a kingdom hall. I cried, but mina, how will I be useful? But well, I wanted to be a part of something great, so I went there anyways. And when I arrived there was hundreds of people all over to volunteer in building a kingdom hall, all having one goal, and none expecting payment, just like as I was not expecting any payment. I was told, Prince, you will be assisting in scaffolding team. It was a nice team who taught me a few tricks. In about 30 minutes time, I knew my role, but here what amazed me was more. Abanye babetshela utshani, whilst abanye babeka isitina, kukhona bafaka ama-window, phansi phezulu nje, abanye ngentambo zikagesi, abanye bahlanganisa itulo. When it's lunchtime, everyone goes and rest. We had a prayer, sakabangane, sadla sonke. After that, back to work. Everyone is happy and knows his duty. In 3 days' time, the Kingdom Hall, that takes more than 200 people sitting on chairs and more standing, was completed. And it was the most beautiful, good-looking place for worship was completed. I was then convinced that there is more glory and less strife in working in unity than working alone. We build with one goal, different minds, different skills. To build a better Africa, we need to have one goal, but different minds. Africans from Lesotho, we need you. Africans from Swaziland, we need you. Africans from Zimbabwe, we need you. Africans from Mozambique, we need you. African from Kenya, Malawi, Nigeria, Congo, South Africa needs you as much as you need South Africa. We can learn from each other, we can profit from each other. I have my own hair clipper and I can cut my hair. But uma ngodo upatra wayisuka madoda. Uzwa njengoprincess esefuna ukuthatha ama-pics kuthi cha upatra uyawenza umsebenzi. All I mean is, instead of us looking down on others, why can't we help one another to build the mansion, an African mansion, instead of thinking that the neighbor wants to take our jobs, the jobs that we don't even have. Why can't you and your neighbor create a job for that neighbor to work? I'm speaking of uBuntu. When an European or Chinese comes and sell you long dresses, you applause and praise, even stock that material to sell to us. But when a brother or sister from Lesotho comes and sells his shweshwe, you start to complain. They will take our jobs. Do they have passports? Why are they here? But the question is, can you do his shweshwe? Can you do his shweshwe work? Or you rather buy long dresses from your from the foreign person, from the European, than to buy the dress from your own sister in Lesotho and to claim that you are free. Shame. Because your mind is still colonized. Decolonize your mind, know your history, know your background. Who are you? Where does Umguni come from? Then you will learn that we all come from Congo regions in Embo. Zulus, Xhosas, Ndebeles, Tongas, Sotho, Shona, Venda, Swazi. Who is Ntu? The father of Abantu. Ntu means human being. Umuntu. Mutu. It's disturbing to see an African child with a master's degree working for an European without even grade 12. Being bossed around, being pushed and called names. He don't even have a choice, because even when he starts his own thing, we refuse to sponsor because it's not a correct sign. It must be a Nike or Adidas or Puma. White child without a matric, his father left him a business and we support it. His father left him with a credit. Ubaba wakhe wafa ekoloda inkukhu kamakhelwane, wafa engalobolanga. Before he can succeed, he needs to pay back inkukhu kamakhelwane, and we will drag him down for that. Can't we at least support his business? Supporting each other is the only way we can succeed. Even God knows it. He had to come down and distract, because he knew nothing is impossible if we work together. Let us read this phrase from the Bible. Genesis chapter 11, verse 1 to 10. Genesis chapter 11, verse 1 to 10. Verse 1, it says, "Now all the earth continued to be of one language and of one set of words. As they traveled eastward, they discovered a valley plain in the land of Shinar, and they began dwelling there. Then they said to one another, 'Come, let us make bricks and bake them with fire.' So they used bricks instead of stones, bitumen as mortar. They now said, 'Come, let us build a city for ourselves, with its top in the heavens, and let us make a celebrated name for ourselves, so that we will not be scattered over the entire face of the earth.' Then Yahweh went down to see the city and the tower that the sons of men had built. They built the city, the beautiful city that the Most High God had to come down. Africans, if you can't smell coffee now, maybe I need muti, the anti-sleep, abathakathi abalali ke bayawazi lo muti. Okay, fine. Qhubeka ngifunde iBhayibheli, verse 6. Yahweh then said, 'Look, they are one language, and this is what they have started to do. Now there's nothing that they may have in mind to do that will be impossible for them.'" This is our history, Africans. God knows if we work in unity, nothing is impossible. We have scientists now who knows that there's space and other planets before the heavens. But God said there is nothing impossible if we are one-minded, one people having one goal. Can we be one? Not against God, but for the better life of Abantu. Can we be one for a better Africa? Humans have tried to wage war against God. Can we try at least to wage war against colonization and start to be one Africa, one people, help one another? Let's read why God had to stop them, confuse them, scatter them. In the book of Yeshua chapter 9 verse 23, it says, "All the families assembled, consisting of about 600,000 men, and they went to seek the extensive piece of ground to build a city for their tower, and they sought in the whole earth. And they found none like one valley at the east of the land of Shinar, about 2 days' walk. And they journeyed there, and they dwelt there, and they began to make bricks and burn fires to build the city and the tower, and that they had imagined to complete. And the building of the tower was unto them a transgression and a sin, and they began to build it. And while they were building against Yahweh, the Almighty of heaven, they imagined in their hearts to wage war against him and to ascend into heaven. All these people and all the families divided themselves into 3 parts. The first said, 'We will ascend into heaven and fight against him. The second said, we will ascend into heaven and place our gods there and serve them. And the third part said, we will ascend to heaven and smite him with bows and spears. And Yahweh knew all their works and all their evil thoughts. And he saw the city and the tower which they were building. And when they were building, they built themselves a great city and a very high and strong tower. And on account of its height, the mortar and bricks did not reach the builders in their ascent to it, until those who went up had to complete a full year. After that, they reached to the builders and gave them the mortar and the bricks. That was done daily. And behold, they ascend and others descend the whole day. They were helping each other, building a tower. Others did not know even how to build, but at least they were bringing the mortar and bricks. Dear brothers and sisters, masifuna amagugu sinombono munye. Singahluka ngokweqondo, ngokwemfundo nangokwamakhono, kodwa umbono mawube munye. Sakha isizwe esingcono. These guys were planning and aiming for the heavens. Let's aim high. Plan for at least 10 wives. If you fail or fall, you can get 5. Don't tell me you are going to heaven to be kings, whilst on earth you can't even own a chicken. Really. Others may say, but Prince, I'm not educated and don't know what to do with my life, because I was told that without school, there's no life. How does white people own successful businesses without higher education? How many blacks own businesses without higher education? I was in Jamestown a few days ago. I saw a line of people going to buy food. As a Zulu guy, I figured it out that inyama yenhloko. So I joined the queue. I could see most people are cooking there in front, and everyone goes out of the queue with a dish. So I joined the queue. When I arrived there, I found beautiful ladies selling brown soft porridge. Little bit disappointed. I was expecting inyama yenhloko. Now I'm buying umdoko. It was a morning, so yeah, I enjoyed umdoko. Then I think, if the beautiful ladies are selling umdoko to make money, and when you are selling your smile to make money, my sister, the one who makes umdoko, she is her own boss. And when I'm selling your smile, the day you won't smile at me, I won't be giving you my money. Uzosmila, uzohleka, noma into engasahlekisi, because I'm your boss. Noma ukhathele ufisa ukuba sekhaya uphumule, uzolala la eceleni kwami. Usmilile ngoba ufuna imali. Africans, it's high time we stop borrowing money from our colonizers and start making money ourselves as Africans. Guys, you with datas, please teach others how to advertise on social media. It can be YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, or any other famous social medias to help our brothers and sisters there find something, see future with hope. Sifuna amagugu sonke.